Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to be going over the Farmhouse Tray Kit. Stick around. Our Farmhouse Tray Kit comes with what you see in front of me. We've got our ceramic tray, our textured white mosaic pieces, which are super cute. They have a bunch of different designs on them, like squares, swirls, hearts, dots. They're super cute. We've got blue rectangle pieces and light blue hexagonal pieces, or what they're calling teal. I would call light blue, but whatever, these guys. We've got dark brown acrylic paint, bright brown acrylic paint, and white paint, grout, glue, and our paint brushes. Then it's also got our instruction sheet, which has the materials that are included, the instructions that we're going to follow along to, and then finished pictures of what it's going to look like. And we're going to be basing off what we're doing on this picture and as we follow along through the instructions. So step one says that we're going to glue the blue rectangle mosaic pieces outlining the center of the tray. Okay, so we're going to be working in this little bit in here. Be sure to leave a small space between each mosaic piece for grouting. And we're just doing a dab of glue on the back of each tile. A little goes a long way. If you get the white craft glue, this one with the hippo on it, just warning you, there is a little stopper in there, so you can go ahead and pry that guy out, because you'll have a hard time gluing otherwise. If you get a little thing of Elmer's glue, don't worry about that. They do not come with the stopper in it. And then we can pretend that I can open this. There we go. Maybe. Yep, there. Okay. So we're going to take our tiles. There is a less shiny side that's a little bit flatter. The other one's got a little bit of a rounded edge to it. The flat side is the side that's going to be going against our tray. So again, just a little bit of glue, and this is going to get glued right down into our tray, leaving room for grout. You can sort of glue and place and shift around while the glue is still wet. So don't freak out if when you first put it down it's askew a little bit or not 100% where you want. If you don't space it out the best as you're going across, you'll find like when you reach the ends, you might have to shift them around a little bit to make everything fit. So now that I know the spacing on either side, this isn't too bad. I know that it's going to be 3 down and 9 across. So you guys might be able to aim for something similar. If you look at the picture on the instructions, they do 4 on either side and 8 across. So instead of having this all the way to the edge, they had the side one starting at the top and going down. But either way is fine. Whatever way you want to go about doing it, you do you. This is your tray. Nobody other than you is going to know something may have gone wrong. And all your friends and family members are going to be jealous that you got to make something super cool like this and they didn't. But they can always order their own color-me-mine-nyack at myshopify.com. We ship all over the continental US. All right, so now we've got that. We are going to use the textured white mosaic pieces and teal hexagon mosaic pieces to create a checkered pattern inside the center of the tray. So we'll start with one of these. Again, it's going to be the pretty white side is the top, and this kind of brownish color is going to be the bottom. We'll start with one of those. The teal, like the blue ones, has a smoother, shinier side and then a rougher, flatter side. Rougher, flatter side is going to be the bottom, unless that's not how you want it. You can do whatever you'd like. Because again, it's your tray. So now what we're going to do is glue the rectangle ones going up the corners of the tray, so this sort of fan out bit. I don't know how well these are going to sit like actually in the corner, so you might have to like choose a side. I guess they're sticking pretty well. And there's no way this is going to fit 4 up, so we're going to space this out for 3. Okay. All right, now we're going to outline the entire rim of the tray in these rectangular pieces. You don't want to use too much glue because they're going to go slip slide on their way down. reading forward in the instructions, and it says, Step 6, fill in the remaining areas of the tray with the textured white mosaic pieces and the teal hexagon mosaic pieces in a checkered pattern. Let the glue dry. So that's going to be the same thing as what's in here. But when you look at the picture, it has closest to the blue center rectangle, it has a single row of these, with then the 2 rows above it being the hexagon tiles. So I don't know if obviously it doesn't matter which one that you do, just be aware that if you're following along with the picture, it doesn't completely add up. But looking at it, this is definitely more than enough to check the whole board, the whole tray. It's not a matter of like they ran out of these, I'm pretty sure. But let's get gluing. So my memory card ran out of room, so I went and finished all of this before I switched out the cards. So you can see I have all of my tiles filling my entire tray. I'm going to go ahead now and mix the grout. This has set for actually a couple of hours. It was dinner time, so we went and got that done. So I know that this is nice and dry and set. What we're gonna do now is mix our grout. As per our instruction sheet, it says pour grout into a disposable cup. Got one of these guys right here. Use a disposable spoon to mix in small amounts of water until the grout is a peanut butter consistency. So I'm gonna go head over to the sink and mix together a peanut butter-like consistency of grout and water. And I'll be right back. So now I have mixed my grout. It's extremely thick, so I don't know if I should have added more water, but like, I mean, it definitely moves. It's not like solid yet. But as per the instructions, spread the grout mixture over the tray's surface, letting the grout fill in all the spaces between the mosaic pieces. So no, maybe this does need to be a little bit thinner. Let's see. Maybe it does need to be a little bit thinner because I don't think this is going to sit in here. I don't think this is going to fill the greatest. Unless, yeah, I need to use my hands for this. I don't know. We're having fun. We're getting messy. And that's what matters. Woo! Oh yeah, let's just get right into this. Yeah. Oh, I also found a patch that didn't quite get the water in it. So I'm gonna go water this down a little bit more. All right. I may have overcompensated. It's now more like a milkshake consistency, or like as you're eating your ice cream and it starts to melt. But maybe that'll flow a little bit better in. I don't know. I'm gonna try to cover as much ground as I can with what remains. And go back to my method of just spreading with my fingers. But I think I was too heavy-handed in my first batch of grout down in this middle bit here. So just keep that in mind as you're making your item. Don't go too intense with the grout. I thankfully have other grout here because I'm doing all of the kits right now as I'm filming all of them. So I can make more grout, no problem. Yeah, see, this would have made it definitely if I A, proportioned it properly, and B, mixed it properly. It did come with 2 paintbrushes also. Maybe I was supposed to use a paintbrush. Instructions didn't say. Spread the love here. I'm covered in this stuff, so. It's water-based, so it will wash off. I've already washed my hands a couple times. But you just also want to make sure that the edges of the tiles, especially around the edge of the tray, aren't like super crazy jagged, that you're not gonna hurt yourself down the line or a loved one as they handle the tray. We are on our last dredges in here. Holy moly. Again, trying to get it from other parts of the tray to this bit that's a little lacking. The hexagonal pieces are so much shorter than the white ones that a lot of the grout has settled down on top of them. And like, running my finger over the edge here so that none of it goes here. I'm going to follow the instructions further. It says to let this sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. Then we're going to wipe off the tops of the tiles with a paper towel. So let's let that happen. So it's been about the 30-minute mark really. And our instructions say to now take a piece of paper towel and just wipe over. Oh, okay, yeah, see? It gets all that extra bulk grout off of it. Sort of buffing it out here. I don't think at this stage we're supposed to worry too much about fully cleaning off the tiles, because it does say in the instructions that we can use a wet sponge or cloth after 24 hours. So we'll definitely be re-looking at this tomorrow. Again, let me just read this. Yep, wipe off the excess grout with a paper towel. Once the grout is completely dry in about 24 hours, you can use a damp sponge or cloth to polish off all the mosaic pieces. Cool. And it says once this is dry, to paint the back of it. So I'm just gonna be super extra careful, and I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to paint this. So I'll check back with you guys in the morning. So my tray has sat for about 24 hours. It's the next day, and I'm gonna keep going on with our project. I'm gonna wipe down all the excess dust and grout off of our piece. So I'm gonna take an old washcloth, some water here that I have in a bowl, and I'm just gonna wipe these down. Get all that extra grout off. Polish everything up. And now that these are all nice and cleaned off, what I'm going to do is continue on with our steps, which is to paint the back of our piece. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Oh, I got some purple on it from a previous project. That's okay. All right, so we're going to paint the back of the tray, 2 coats of our dark brown. That's the brown all the way over to the end. We have dark brown, bright brown, and white. So we're gonna work with the dark brown first. Carefully open that up. I'm gonna paint 2 coats of it. Be pretty quick about it. So we're gonna wanna blend with it a bit. You're going to be looking to get a sort of wood grain texture, it says. All right, so now that we've got this all coated, we're going to go in, it says, with the bright brown and the white. Again, careful as you open them up. And using painterly strokes. So it says we are going to paint these colors on in a sort of wood grain texture. So I'm going to interpret that as staying in one direction. Don't worry about getting them super even. A super straight coat, nothing like that. You can see on mine, I also didn't bother to paint the middle. I figure this is gonna be sitting on a table, so I don't really have a need to paint the inside of it. You obviously most certainly may. All right, now that I've got that, I'm gonna go in with my white. Strokes here and there. Start to get it to blend in. If the white is too like white, go in with some more of your browns to deepen it back up. There you have it. This was our final step of this project. Now that it's done, we'll just wait for this to dry. And we can go ahead and marvel at our masterpiece. So there you have it, guys. We went and did our farmhouse tray kit mosaic. That was so much fun to make. I don't know about you, but I had an absolute blast. I really hope that you guys enjoyed making your tray. Please tag me on social media so I can see all of your projects. That's Color Me Mine Nyack, ColorMeMineNyack. I love to see what you guys are creating, and until next time.